Once again, I want to make a comment on the great disconnect between modern medicine and natural health. Or maybe I should just call it functional medicine. But there's this great disconnect. And by disconnect, I mean that people that are in the pharmaceutical world and in Western medicine just cannot consider that there's something in natural health and diet that may be able to deal with some issue that they're having a problem with in Western medicine. And there was an article in the New York Times called "Many People Discover That Once They Start Antidepressants, They Can't Get Off of Them." And then I read this article. It was a pretty good article detailing numerous people that had gone on antidepressants for a short period of time. They wanted to be on them for a short period of time, ended up taking them 2 or 3 years, wanted to get off, and they just found it impossible to do. Some of them have done it even though they're feeling terrible for a couple of years now. But nowhere in that article and nowhere in any of the replies that I read did anyone mention using something from the health realm, the natural food world or natural medicine, to balance out what was actually going on when you stop taking your antidepressant. And they also mentioned in the article that most antidepressants are only meant to be taken for 2 or 3 months. But yet everybody, the largest growing segment of antidepressants is on them for at least 5 years. And most of the time they're on them for life because it's so hard to get off of them. And why is it so hard? And this is the part that really irked me about the article, because if they would have called someone who was maybe an herbalist or someone practicing functional medicine, it wouldn't have been that hard to explain to them what the process actually is. And that process, by the way, is easily figured out if you look at the process that's going on in your brain when you take an antidepressant. It doesn't matter if you're taking a SSRI, which is a serotonin uptake inhibitor, or one that works on dopamine because your brain's running a little too slow. When you take a antidepressant like that, it changes the amount of neurotransmitters in your brain. And so you have a heightened need to produce serotonin or to produce dopamine after you go off of these things. And if you don't do something to help you with that, then you're going to feel horrible and you're never really going to be able to keep up. And so this is why someone in the natural medicine world would help someone with an SSRI by giving them things like 5-HTP or tryptophan, because that helps your body make serotonin. And then maybe put you on some herbs like rhodiola and ashwagandha because it balances out brain chemistry. And see, this is a way to help your brain produce the extra amount of these particular neurotransmitters that you have a heightened need for. And this is the key to getting off of any drug or an antidepressant. You have to see where it caused the weakness in your body, what imbalance it actually causes, and make up for it if you want to go off that drug. And believe me, if this applies to someone who's listening to this video, don't do it by yourself. Find a qualified health professional to help you. Get on the functional medicine website or look up acupuncturist, Chinese herbologist, somebody who specializes in herbology and nutrition. Contact them, help them, have them help you go through the process, because it's too hard to do by yourself. And you have to realize also, it's not going to be smooth sailing. You have to be committed to getting off of it and giving your body time to catch up with this new level of brain chemicals you're trying to produce naturally, and let your body even out over a period of time. But I've known plenty of people that have done it. You just have to be committed, and you have to have help from the right professional that determines what exact nutrient mix you might need to balance out withdrawing from that drug.